Hello, everybody. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Daily Astro Show here on the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Very happy to be here with you all today to talk about the daily astrology horoscope for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Before we get into it, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and YouTube and Rumble channels, and the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels as well. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I'm almost fully booked for the year of 2024. So if you'd like to book in with me this year, go to the link in the description box of this video. And you can also use discount code Beyond Mystic, all in one word, to get 10% off your next reading with me. So, oh my goodness, how is everybody feeling? This is such an intense energy right now as we are the day after this very powerful full moon in Capricorn that was exact yesterday, Sunday, July 21st. And we've also got Sun opposite Pluto, exact today. So this is still, I'm calling it a 10 out of 10 energetically on the astrological Richter scale. Okay, you guys, so just doing some extra self-care at this time. I know we're always talking about self-care in the woo community, but seriously, just taking deep breaths, maybe taking a little bit more rest than usual, drinking lots of water, staying grounded, because this is a really, really big energy. Dot on says, tired, all in caps. Yes, I am feeling the same, Dot on. I am right there with you. Make the Change says, Sun at 29 degrees Capricorn. I survived. Congratulations, you did survive. So all of us Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Risings, we're still here during these crazy transits. So, okay, this is really interesting because at 3:44 a.m. Eastern time, the sun entered 0 degrees of Leo season, and we are now in the beautiful season of Leo, the sun's home sign, domicile sign of Leo. The sun most likes to be in the sign of Leo, which is very positive, okay? But as we're coming into this week, we've got sun, 0 degrees Leo, in an exact opposition to Pluto, the most intense planet in astrology, at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So it just seems like Pluto is really wanting to work with us right now at the moment, because we've got Pluto retrograde at a critical degree of 0 degrees of Aquarius. So, you know, when planets are retrograde, we're feeling their influence even stronger than when they're direct, because they're actually physically closer to the planet. And Pluto at 0 degrees, this is a critical degree where whatever sign that planet is, it's the purest, strongest expression of that sign. With the full moon in Capricorn that we had yesterday, conjunct Pluto, and now as we come into 0 degrees of Leo season, happy Leo season, Sun opposite Pluto. So Pluto is like working with us for pretty much the whole rest of the year. Okay. And there's nothing we can do about it. So we're just going to have to embrace it, because not just the transits that we have right now with Pluto, but also, as you guys have probably heard me talk about countless times, Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn for the very last time this fall, and then going full steam ahead, 0 degrees of Aquarius for the next 20 years in Aquarius, starting in November. So today specifically is a heavy day. Okay. The sun, which is very positive, it's our consciousness, it's our life force giver, it's our creativity, right? Higher mind, in opposition to Pluto, the ruler of the underworld. So what are we seeing in the collective at the moment? The dark side of life, the underworld, Pluto, being exposed big time by the sun, 0 degrees of Leo. And we've already been seeing that, but now with the sun in his most strongest position of Leo in the Western astrology, in opposition to Pluto this week, this is major secrets and to be quite frank with you guys, darker truths that maybe aren't that nice to hear that are going to be revealed for the collective and for each of us personally. So I highly, highly suggest looking at where you have 0 degrees of Aquarius in your personal astrology chart, what house, and if you have any planets around 0 degrees of Aquarius, I would say within 5 to 10 degrees, either side of 0 degrees Aquarius. These are areas of life where the sun in Leo, in opposition to Pluto, 0 degrees of Aquarius, is shining a light on some things that we maybe need to be paying attention towards in regards to our own personal shadow, a possible area of life that we may be going through an identity crisis or a major big transformation or experience. So this is not an easy day. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is not an easy week with this sun in an opposition to Pluto, with the sun now in Leo, its home sign. Hi, Jill. Jill says, hi, Meg and everyone. Energies are really heavy, struggling with a few things. I am feeling you, sister. It's like I'm feeling it in my head. Let me know if anyone else is feeling it. I feel like my head is heavy. I'm also feeling the heaviness. Big time, Jill. So thank you for sharing that. Her Miller says, truth bombs abound. Yes, definite truth bombs abounding for sure. So Pluto, the most intense planet. And it's interesting too, because Pluto is not just, of course, the dark side of life and shadows and secrets and the hidden and mysterious. Pluto is also about power and empowerment. So if we embrace letting go whatever we're being called to let go of at this time, we can really be empowered this week, actually. So this is a week where you might notice that it goes either way. It can go one of two ways for any of us. It can go a way where we might actually be experiencing like a personal crisis, because Pluto is crisis, or a personal moment of like a dark night of the soul, or an identity crisis, or a major challenge. Or because we're not wanting to face something that really needs our attention at this moment, or if we're willing to face that shadow side for each of us personally and in the collective, we can actually get very empowered at the moment. So I hope it makes sense how I'm explaining that. Very important where we direct our energies at this time, because Sun in opposition to Pluto, this is a week where you don't want to be doing any weird, dark, shadow stuff, things that you know are not good, things that you know are not nourishing. There can be actually like immediate backfire energy on that, just to let you guys know. Not saying any of you are bad people, but we all have a shadow side. I have a shadow side. You all have a shadow side. We live in a world of duality where it's important to pay attention to that side and what it's needing and what it's maybe wanting to show up for us. DigiBean16 says, crisis provides opportunity to awaken further. 100%. Thank you, DigiBean. That's very well said. And so maybe you yourself are feeling totally fine this week, and I hope that you are. I don't want anybody feeling, heavy, but it is kind of the astrological weather at the moment. But we can really be noticing people around us that have been very attached to the matrix world, possibly having like an identity crisis with this sun, which represents our identity, our consciousness, our ego, in opposition to Pluto. Okay, so some of us may be called upon this week to be in supportive roles for loved ones that might be like freaking the heck out about certain, specific world events that have been going on, truths being revealed about major things, right? Janice Faye says, this is really resonating. Well, thank you, Janice. I hope it resonates for everyone listening. CeeLo Joe, hello, says, yes, heavy stuff and being challenged for sure. Yeah, and I'll just share with you guys personally as an example. I've got my midheaven in my personal astrology chart is 28 degrees of Capricorn. So Pluto, I'm a Taurus rising, 20-degree Taurus rising. Shout out to all my Taurus risings. I've got Pluto right on my midheaven with the sun at my IC, the bottom of my chart, shining a light on my midheaven, which the midheaven is, yes, being publicly seen, working career, but also our responsibility. And I'll share with you guys personally, the challenge that I've been going through this week is like really having to get down to all of the government papers and legal stuff for Jens and I to move to Canada. And it's just felt so heavy and it's just feeling really hard. And I am a very woo-woo person that I would rather not be dealing with the practical side of life. But for me, this sun in opposition to Pluto on my midheaven is like, Meg, get your shit together. Sometimes we need to pay attention to the practical life, those government papers, those things, that practical side to help us move forward and make big life changes. So it's wherever we've got that 0 degrees of Aquarius or the degrees around it, it's like a challenging area of life right now that we might not want to fully deal with. But when you do and you embrace it, it's actually going to be very empowering for you rather than being a crisis moment. Okay. Jill says, sending positive energy to you and Jens. Thank you so much, Jill. Yes, it's all going to go smoothly. It's just a lot of different things to have practically together when you're not, when you're a woo-woo person like we are, it can be challenging, right? So very, very big energy today. Anybody who's a Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising will be the most affected by this sun opposition to Pluto today and for the whole week, because the sun is the ruler of Leo in the sign of Leo, Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, in opposition to the sun and in the sign of Aquarius. So Leos, Aquarius, and Scorpios can be experiencing some very big life changes, some very important things that need to be taken care of at this time. DigiBean says, important not to avoid challenges right now. Yes, that's exactly it. Pluto can be challenged. Also, Saturn can be challenged. But avoiding things that need to be taken care of or avoiding your shadow side and what it's showing up for you is the literal worst thing that you can be doing today going into this week, because it will bring even more challenge and possibly crisis. I'm just going to be honest, which I don't want to happen, but that is what Pluto is. So it's our shadows coming to light for healing, for empowerment. In the collective as well, with Pluto being in the sign of Aquarius in this opposition, this is things being revealed in the collective regarding Aquarian ruled areas, big time. Technology, social media, astronomy, ETs. And it's interesting that we just had that major IT power outage with, I think, CrowdStrike is the business that it's called. So I think more is going to get revealed about that in the coming week, the truth around that. And there could be like scary things, right? Pluto rules scary things in the shadow side of life and the dark arts. The sun in Leo is gifting us with shining a light on those areas having to do with technology, Aquarius. So could be some not really nice things that we're learning about technology businesses or technology influencers, but we need to hear them to move forward and to not go into that transhumanism direction. Jenny G, hello, says Saturn and Pluto rewards us if we do the work. Exactly, so well said, Jenny. Exactly. Saturn and Pluto, those two malefics, they bring shit up for us to the surface. And if we don't do the work around whatever's coming up, see where you have 0 degrees Aquarius in your chart, everybody. They will kick us in the butt, okay, until we wake up and until we start doing the work. But like Jenny's saying, they reward us if we do the work. It gets easier if we actually face the challenges head on. Free Spirit, hey fam, caught you live today. I'm double Aquarius, Leo rising. Oh my goodness. Well, this is a very big energy for you with the Sun-Pluto opposition. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Definitely a breakthrough, very high energy day for you. So yesterday on the Beyond Mystic Academy, Janine and I hosted this monthly meditation for the full moon in Capricorn. And we had so much fun doing it. We had to do it right after we found out that Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race. So there was a lot of energies, but we together went into a very beautiful meditative space and connected to the energy of this full moon. So if you'd like to catch the replay of that, we are still in the full moon in Capricorn portal. Go to the link in the description box of this video at beyondmystic.academy and go check that out. And these monthly meditations that Janine and I do are on a sliding scale donation starting at $11 USD. So they're very affordable for anybody that would like to join in. And also in 10 minutes, I'm going to be going live with Jean-Claude and Janine on the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels for this special show, Kamala Deep Dive, Astro and Tarot Investigation. So I love doing shows with these two, and I'm very excited to share with you guys my astrological findings on Kamala Harris. So that'll be in like 10 minutes from when I'm filming this video live. Go check that out. And again, personal astrology readings are available with me at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the MEG Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. I love you all so, so much. I'm sending so much cosmic love your way as we're in this intense sun opposite Pluto. And I'll see you guys in less than 10 minutes for those of you that are going to watch the Kamala Harris deep dive investigation. Bye, everybody.